Hello everyone, my name is Preeti Swami. Today I am discuss about introductions of interview. So I am talk about objectives of interviews, type of interviews, preparations for the interview, role of the interviewer and applicant. So first is I am explaining the objectives of the interviews. So the objectives of first job interviews its services as a platform to share qualifications, again a company inside assessor skill and interest and gain the candidate's seriousness about the position. In this slide emphasizes the importance of convey the information about your qualification for the position and understanding the employer and determining the mutual fit between the candidate and the job. The main points here is include first convey the qualifications, gaining the informations, assessing the fit and determining the seriousness. So now we'll learn break down the goal of interviews. It indicates that 75% of the interview should be focused on selling yourself to the employer, and while a 25% should be dedicating to learning more about the company. This is suggests a strategic approaches where showcasing your skills and fit for the role is prioritized while also ensuring you gather unnecessary information about the company. In this slide, let's see what the interviewers is typically look for in a candidate. They assess first is the ability, skills. That means can the candidate do the job, and it will means does the candidate want to do the job. And next, personality, will they fit with the team, and overall fit means will they adapt to the company culture. That means the interviewer is evaluating a candidate's competence, motivations, compatibility, and adaptability. Now we see the type of interviews. There are so many type of interviews. I am explaining these two types: screening interviews and selections interviews. Screening interviews means often the initial steps are typically conducted by HR or professionals or potentially over the phone to filter out unsuitable candidates. And selection interviews means which follows a successful screening. Interviews usually take a place at the employer office and may involve a future supervisor to make a final hiring decisions. Now we learn preparing for an interviews. It emphasizes the two key areas. First is knowing yourself, and second one knowing the organization. Knowing yourself means identify your skills and interests that make you a suitable candidate. Next is understand your values and what's important to you in a job. Next, define your short and long term career goals. Knowing the organizations means a gather specific and general informations about the role you are interviewing for. Research the industry to gain the general understanding. And then next, learn the key details about a specific organizations you are applying to. Let's see the next point, ways to prepare information about yourselves. Oneself or possibly for an interviews or self-introductions, it suggests reviewing one's resume and accomplishments or preparing short stories or encodes, crafting a brief is minimum prepare 30-second numerical and reviews a sample interviews questions and then scheduling a mock interviews for practices. So let's see. The first questions is tell me about yourself. The most common interviews is opener. It suggests that the interviewer is looking for brief introductions to that highlights what makes you interesting and your unique activities or involvements and your interest in positions. Also, advise emphasize the importance of keeping your response is natural and conversational. Now we see the type of interviews questions. This is a common type of interview question. This include the question is a focuses on credentials, experience, behavior, opinion, and case. These all are questions are designed to assess a candidate's strengths, past experience, teamwork skills, and problem-solving abilities. Also, here include the example of brain teaser questions. Let's see the answering questions. These answering interview questions, it advises to understand the interviewer's motive, expand answers with details and examples and connect the strength to the job and activities. For weaknesses, it suggests a go full circle approaches. Instead, it recommends buying time or acknowledging uncertainty while stating what you might do. Now I am explaining the answering behavior based questions using these star techniques. These star techniques is involve these four steps. First situations, second task, third one action, fourth one are results. This method is help you structure your answer to highlight your skills and experience effectively. Now I am explaining using the STAR techniques, which stands for situation, task, actions, and results. It describes the collaborative projects where a teacher is developed on an in interdisciplinary unit. About the change, the action is involved. The weekly is a meeting, a leadership role, individual contributions. The result was an approved the unit integrated into the curriculum, enjoyed by the students, and well received by parents at a China night events. Now I am explaining how to prepare for an interview, emphasizing the importance of research, networking, and industry's knowledge. It suggests the researching beyond the initial interview, articulating your understanding of the organization, and connecting with current and former employees. Additionally, it highlights the need to engage with people within the industry, including the faculty and alumni, and to utilize the platforms like use the LinkedIn, Twitter, etc. Finally, it encourages the following blogs and reading relevant industries literature. Next, I am explaining about the questions you should ask and present a list of questions that an employee might ask a potential employer. The questions cover a topic is such as a mentorship, training, career path, and performance evaluation. Overall theme is about understanding the company's commitment to employee growth and development. Now we discuss about communication behind a spoken word, focusing on two key elements. First one is communication style and second one is the body language. Communication style is include the tone and a speed of speaking and clarity. And body language means it involves eye contact, feet getting, hand gestures, postures. These elements are crucial for effective communications. Now I am explaining behind the question in other interviews. It highlights two main areas. First one is the appearances and second one is the overall presentation. Appearances include the interviews, address, grooming, assessors, and overall presentation is include the motivation, confidence, interest, and preparedness. Now I am explaining the final suggestions for interviews. For presentations or meetings, a key recommendation including the being a punctual, maintaining a positive attitude, making the eye contact and a good posture. Do not take a note and having a good postures. Additionally, the encourages to smile and ensure cell phones are turned off. And these are all guidelines aim to create a focused and engaging environment. So I have been told about all the introductions to interviews. Thank you.